All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeft TV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Mid-Ohio. This is TurnLeft TV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. Indy Car Brasil heads on into Ohio for race number 10 in that 2019 Indy Z Car series. It's a 60-lapper here tonight in Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course, a very, very tough track. It's going to be a great race. Thanks so much for joining us right here on TurnLeft TV. And we got the action for you turn by turn, live right here. Man, you better stay up on the wheel at this track, man. It is a tough one, a very technical track here at Mid-Ohio. These guys got the work cut out for them. And of course, it's going to be live right here on TurnLeft TV. Thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeft TV. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, and we just finished the qualification session. Edgelson Carnero qualifies on the pole. So right now we are in the warm-up session. We've got about 5 minutes here in the warm-up session. So again, thanks so much for coming out. Guys going to get a last minute adjustments made to their machines. We'll take a look at the track here at Mid-Ohio. Just a little under 2.3 miles in length, 13 turns, located in Lexington, Ohio. Oh man, I tell you, you're going to have some elevation changes and turns at the same time, and that spells challenge to me. So these guys are up for the challenge, no doubt. Take a look at the point standings coming into tonight. Neto Vidal, just a little bit of a lead over Edson Luis. That is tight, man. Edgelson Carnero moving up the grid there. He has got 2 wins in a row. Sitting in the 3rd position, Benar Silva is 4th. Elder Mueller sits in the 5th position. You see Tiago Facini, Eders Megel, Julio Caligari, Michelle Mendonça, and Anderson Ferreira rounding out the top 10. I'll tell you what, man, we're getting close to the end of this this bad boy here, 2019 season. There's 3 races to go, including tonight, Pocono next week, and Laguna Seca on the 23rd. Pocono is actually the, let's see, how can I do the math on that? 16th of September. I messed up on the schedule there. So fire me. Tonight's race is brought to you by Indy Car Brasil. We'll do some Indy Car racing right here, man. This is the place to do it. Not only that, they got some stock car racing, some GT3 racing, some Clio Cup coming up, I believe, and DTM racing as well. So a lot of different things that are going on here at Indy Car Brasil. Definitely give those guys a look. I want to say thanks so much for those guys for letting me come out and broadcast these races. Thanks so much for coming out to the YouTube channel. If you like what you're seeing, please hit the subscribe button and then hit the bell next to the subscribe button. Hey, where'd that go? Where'd the bell go, man? Where'd the bell? It's to the right of the subscribe button. It's not on there. I don't know what's going on with that. If you like what you see, again, hit that thumbs up button. And then if you'd like to donate, you can hit the donate button there on the banner of the channel. Greatly appreciate you coming out. All those people who subscribe to come out and watch the races, greatly appreciate you coming out. Make sure the side-by-side is working. Looks like it is, man. Ugly Cam working as well. Peace. Thanks so much for coming in. I see Gary Madu's in here, man. That guy's a fanatic. Hey, if you like, also if you like what you see, you can click on the link down in the description of this race and support us that way. You can go to that Fanatic website. That helps us out. Great deal. So thanks so much to all those folks who visit. If you're interested in purchasing a wheel or pedals, any type of race equipment, give those guys a look, man. Helps us out. We got about 20 seconds, man, left in the warm-up session. We are making it happen here. I'm getting a little nervous. So a little chat action. Look at that. Gary Madu, Neto Vidal, Edson Luis. We got some big names in here. Big, big names. So boa noche, hola. Hey, Canada. I don't know what they say in Canada. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? All right, man. Should be getting her going here. So again, 60 laps here at a very, very challenging road course.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, boys and girls, it is that time. "60 laps here. Edgelson Carnero starts on the pole. Edson Luis starts in the second position. Neto Vidal starts in third, that 21 car. In the fourth position is Elder Mueller in that 02. 33 of Giulio Caligari starts in the fifth position. Tiago Fassini starts in the sixth position. And starting in the seventh position is Edders Magel. All right, man, this thing is a tough one. You're going to have to hang on to this bad boy here tonight. "60 laps. Edgelson Carnero is coming off 2 wins in a row. Can he make it 3? He's got a tough task, I'll tell you, man. Edson Luis, Neto Vidal. Teammate Elder Mueller might give him a run here. He's been having some good runs, man. Oh. I'm hearing from the chat that it's takeoff, Yahoser. Gary Madu says good luck to all the drivers. Good to see him back out, and hopefully he'll get back out on the track here soon. Always a character. Again, this is Mid-Ohio. Again, it is it's a challenging course, very technical course, and you got some elevation changes too. Very, very technical course. So we'll see how it goes. I think exercise some caution here, some patience. Edson Luis and Edgelson Carnero is side by side. Edson Luis jumps up to the race lead there, right off the bat. Edson Luis to the race lead. Yeah, somebody off the course there. Edson Luis off the course in that 44 car. 44 off the course there. Oh, my heavens, man. Right off the bat, we had an incident there. Neto Vidal might have gotten caught up in this as well. Look at that. He's lost his wing. We'll take a look and see what happened. Oh, it might have been some contact there getting into the turn. We'll take a look at this again. Take a look at oh, man. Neto Vidal really tried to go down to that inside, cannot hold it down there, and got into the 44 car, and then he backs it into the wall. We'll take a look here. Edson Luis, this is the 44, our race leader, getting into the turn, and he gets tagged right here and then spins that car out. But I'll tell you what, the good news for him is I don't think he's lost any parts there. Like Neto Vidal has lost some parts there, and he's going to have to come in and get some work done on that machine. So Edson Luis definitely going to be playing catch up here. He is now back in the 5th position. So our race leader is Edgelson Carnero. Elder Mueller, his teammate, shown in the 2nd position. Julio Caligare is 3rd. Tiago Ficini up to the 4th position. Edson Luis here trying to climb back, man, as he's trying to get around Ederson Magel in that 87 car. I mean, 82 car. Oh, we got more contact there. Edson Luis, contact with Tiago Ficini. Like Tiago Ficini might have gotten off the track here. That blue car, Tiago Ficini getting into the turn. We saw some, this is turn 1 right here. You see, he's spinning that car. And then I think, oh man, that 44 car makes some contact with him. Not too bad of damage, I think, for either one of those guys. But man, has Edson Luis had enough going on here? He's had a lot on his plate here, to say the least. To go on board here. This is going on board here with Edson Luis. He gets around Ederson Magel, and you see, man, Tiago Ficini is hanging that car out there coming around the turn. So right now, Edson Luis just trying to get his groove back here. I think this is where we're going to see the issue here. I think Tiago Ficini going to spin this car right here, and Edson Luis trying to sneak through with a little bit of contact. Ederson Magel, a good heads-up move to get around. Now Edson Luis going to have to try to play catch-up again and get by Ederson Magel again, and he does make that pass. So Edson Luis now back up to the 4th position. Right now, it is all Edgelson Carnero. He has been able to escape the carnage. He's got a pretty substantial lead right now, about 9 seconds over Elder Mueller. Edson Luis shown in 3rd. Julio Caligare is 4th. We'll take a look at this pass here. Edson Luis, man, he is really hanging that car out. And he gets around Julio Caligare there in that 33 car. Julio Caligare now back to the 4th position. Take a look at Julio Caligare here, running in the 4th position in that Honda. Best lap so far, a 1:11.735. Usually pretty quiet here, but he's got a little bit of pressure here from Ederson Magel, pushing him. Good battle there. Ederson Magel just behind and looking out the back of Julio Caligare's machine at Ederson Magel, who is starting to pressure him a little bit in that 82 car. Take a look at Elder Mueller here in that 02 car. And I'll tell you what, man, Julio Caligare is starting to run him down a little bit. So Elder Mueller currently in the 3rd position. That means Edson Luis has moved up here. We'll take a look at this pass. Edson Luis is on a mission. He gets by the 02 of Elder Mueller. So So that 44 car of Edson Luis, he is fired up, man. He has had an eventful first few laps, and he is on his way back. And how many times this season have we seen Edson Luis and Edilson Carnero battling for position? And I suspect before this race is over, you may see just that. Back here with Elder Mueller looking out of the back of his car as Giulio Caligari. Ooh, Giulio Caligari lucking him up there, getting into the turn. Eder Zmegal all over him as well. Good three-way battle here. Giulio Caligari, Eder Zmegal, Tiago Fassini. Not sure where he's at right now. Elder Mueller in this. So Elder Mueller, Giulio Caligari, Eder Zmegal, Tiago Fassini. We'll take a look at him. He's running in the 6th position. That Lowe's sponsored machine. So we have had a battle here early on. A lot of drama unfolding. A 16-second lead right for Edilson Carnero, and he is clean and green here so far. Just keeps extending that lead. Edson Luis in 2nd, Elder Mueller 3rd, Giulio Caligari in 4th. Eder Zmegal running in the 5th position. And again, I think that's really the best battle we're seeing on here on the track, and this is Eder Zmegal. Gary Madu pointing out that Edson Luis probably has some front end damage. I would imagine he probably does. You know, he is really not able to close that gap there on Edilson Carnero, but nonetheless, you know, it's pretty easy to repair that. But he is, tell you what, losing some time here to Elder Mueller. Elder Mueller is starting to run him down here. This is Elder Mueller running in the 3rd position. And these guys are starting to run down Edson Luis a little bit. So you pretty much got a 4-way battle here. And I'm not sure what the tire compound rule is. I think it's, I don't know. I don't think there is one, to be honest with you. Man, look at this battle here. This is Elder Mueller. Edson Luis has gotten back away from those guys a little bit. But Elder Mueller on board here with him, running in the 3rd position in that 02 car. His teammate, Edilson Carnero, is leading the field. That is a challenging turn right there, that long sweeping right-hander. Edson Luis here now closing back in on Neto Vidal. So Neto Vidal in that 21 car. He's had a tough night there, a eventful night, trying to gain a bunch of positions there on that start, and the car would not stick for him on that inside line. He got into Edson Luis, and he backed it into the wall, had a ton of damage. Now trying to salvage a good night here. Again, back here looking at this battle, still raging. Looking out of the back of Elder Mueller's car is Giulio Caligari and Eder Zmegal. This is 3rd, 4th, and 5th. How about this, man? Edilson Carnero is extending that lead 20 seconds right now over Edson Luis. Elder Mueller 3rd. Giulio Caligari is 4th. Eder Zmegal is 5th. I came in here the other night just to do some checking the track out, and you know, doing some broadcast tests and so forth, and guess who was in here practicing? That's right, this race leader, Edgelson Carnero. This guy put in a lot of seat time, and you have to do that at a track like this. It is so technical, so easy to have this car get away from you. And he just comes in each and every race, and really, with 2 wins in a row, now looking at the possibility. We got a long way to go here. We got 50 laps here to go, but the possibility of maybe getting a 3rd win in a row. Take a look at Tiago Fassini here. Oh, he spins that car, overshoots that, and he gets off the track there a little bit. Trying to get that thing gathered back up. Good news for him is he doesn't get any damage to that car. Now he's got to find his rhythm, and he's got to try to figure out what kind of tires he has now after spinning that car. So Tiago Fassini, he is now 1 lap down. So he's having some trouble here, I think, with just trying to hang on to this thing with some old tires. Or I should say used up tires now. Ah, man, we got some royalty joining us in the chat here now. We got Alex Cootie. How about that? Alex Cootie. Hey, Alex, I'm guessing that this might be your mod, huh? The IndyCar mod. Whatever the case may be, if you've done this mod, you did a great job on it. And look at that Jose Carvalho in here. Buenas noches, mi amigo. Buenas noches. Always good to see Jose in here. Alex Cootie in here. Gary Madu. Some of the drivers had shown up in here as well. I know Edson Luis was in here chatting up a little while ago. Now he's out here turning some laps in the 2nd position. Take a look at that. Edson Luis shown in 2nd. Now he is going to have to really hope that along the way, especially a road course like this, you're going to have some trouble along the way. So what he's hoping is that he can run consistent laps, get these pit stops in, and then hope that Edgelson Carnero runs into traffic a little bit, maybe has a tough time here, misses a turn or two, and he's able to close in. So he's 25 seconds down. He isn't gaining any more time. He's probably got some damage there that he may have to get repaired. Oh, man, Jairo Palomares in here as well. The Colombian sensation, the doctor. Joining us in here, so good to see him. Good to see these guys coming out, man. I love that. And a lot of these guys, they race here. They'll also do some Wednesday night racing with the SCSR. These cars, man, I was out here on this track actually in these cars, and it definitely takes a skill. You got to be really careful coming off a turn when you get back in that throttle. I found that it's almost better for me to maybe go into 2nd gear when I think want to be in 1st to try to keep the back end for coming around. And again, you just got to be patient with the throttle. And so we see Edson Luis here making some good laps, and just unfortunate for him that he got into Neto Vidal there early on in the race, and also made some contact with Tiago Fassini. So he's dealing with a little bit of a boogered up race car. How about Elder Mueller here running in the 3rd position? He has really had some solid races, man. He's had a great season. And his teammate leading the race here tonight, and he has got a good solid 3rd place car right now. Oh, man, looks like Neto Vidal is in the wall here. So Neto Vidal might have spun that car, gotten into the wall. It doesn't look like he's lost the wing on that, so we'll take a look and see what happened to Neto Vidal. I'm not sure. I'm not getting any word on him, so Very interesting here. So he might have been just lying in wait here. Now this is Tiago Fassini. I think he's come off track again. Oh, he got in the kitty litter right there, and then slides that car into the wall, sideways into the wall. So he got the tires in the kitty litter, and then could not get that car straight, and then turns it around into the wall. Julio Caligari here in this 33 car. He's had some trouble there too. See, coming over that hill, and you got, oh man, straight into the wall. That 33 straight hard lick into the wall. You see, there's the Neto Vidal machine, and you see the 33 hops it up over the hill there, and then straight into the wall, and he's got big time problems here. Edson Luis, we're here, and then he might have come off track again. So Edson Luis, our second place car. Oh, and again, comes up over that hill there and gets that car airborne. No damage to him, so just a little bit of dealing with the grass and the kitty litter, and he's back out on track. But wow, man, I'll tell you, a lot of guys having some issues here tonight once these tires start getting worn out. Take a look at that. Neto Vidal looks like he's recovered that machine. He is running in the 7th position in that Sinister Racing machine. Number 21 Honda, and he comes around right there. He's going to have to probably come in and get some tires on that thing. He hops it up over the zebra. So far, the guy who has not made any mistakes is this guy right here. The 09 of Edgelson Carnero. He has a big lead. I don't know who Sofia Vergara is, but I will be darned to look her up on the internet. I'm hoping I will not be disappointed. Oh man, Edson Luis, he's come down pit lane here. So Edson Luis making a stop on pit lane. So he's on pit lane here. We'll see if we can't jump back here with our race leader. Edgelson Carnero, as we see Edson Luis. Saw Julio Caligari coming on the pit lane as well. Now, looks like he might have to have some repairs done to his machine in that 33 car. So we see Edson Luis coming back out on track. He is now one lap down, but don't forget, some of these guys having to make pit stops. Tire factor, definitely a factor. And I'll be honest with you, man, I don't know if these guys know how to drive slower. These guys are just on the edge every single lap, man. It doesn't matter what track it is. You know, Mid-Ohio is a challenging track. You definitely see those cars getting a little airborne there on some of those. I told you there were hills and turns, so elevation changes and turns here at Mid-Ohio, so that definitely bodes for a challenging race. Well, the two teammates, man, having a good night, but Edders Magel trying to spoil the party here, getting up in that 3rd position. He got around Elder Mueller here. We'll take a look at the pass. Now, Elder Mueller, I think, had some trouble, got off track. You see Elder Mueller getting into the wall right there. Elder Mueller definitely had some trouble here. We'll take a look and see what happened to him. This is Elder Mueller in the 02. He got a little bit wide there, and oh man, he smacks the wall. So he got wide, tried to recover that, get back on track, but it spun that car around. Now he's made some hard contact with the wall and has damage there. That's all right, Elder. Just about everybody except your teammates got damaged tonight. I had a feeling, man, just looking at this track and after doing some practice laps here, felt like this was going to be a challenge here tonight. take a look at Edersmagel. Always like to see that Jack Daniels machine. Edersmagel won a few weeks ago at Indy. He promised some Jack Daniels. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but still waiting. I want to get some Tennessee whiskey shipped from Brazil all the way to Indiana. How about that? So right now, Edersmagel, oh, he's smacking the hay bales there. Smacking the hay bales. So right now, running in the second position. That's Luis shown in third. Oh. Oh, yeah, I know who you mean. I know who you mean now. Starting to lose a little. There we go. Come on now. We gotta try to interact with this thing. Hang on 1 second. I'm supposed to scroll down on this bad boy. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Now I know exactly who you mean. Big thumbs up there. Big thumbs up there. Colombian, huh? Now Shakira is Colombian as well, I believe. One of my faves. Shakira and I are like peas and carrots, man. Well, maybe not. Edgerson Carnero is just spanking the field right now. Edersmagel in second, Edson Luis third, Elder Mueller is in fourth. Hey, coming up on Wednesday, man, we'll be at Kansas Speedway. Race number 2 in the Ironman Racing Series. 107 laps. Race number 2 in that 4th season of 2019, and that'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV. Tell you what, man, this effort tonight, if it keeps up here, 21 laps in, we're scheduled to go 60 laps here tonight. Long race, but look at this, Edgerson Carnero, third in points. Going to have to need a little help here. Edson Luis currently third tonight, so he's second in points. Neto Vidal out there banging it out. He's in sixth, so it's a tight battle there. We've got 3 races to go, including tonight. Next week is Pocono. And then more pain at Laguna Seca for the final race of the season. How about that, man? That's going to be a great one with that corkscrew. So Edson Luis has made that pit stop here. As you see, he's closing in on Edgerson Carnero. He is 1 lap down. Definitely wants to get that lap back. Looking out at the back of Edgerson Carnero's machine at Edson Luis. Has pitted his car. That 44 car just behind. He's probably going to let this 44 car go. Not racing for position. I'm sure Edgerson Carnero realizes that the 44 is on fresher tires and has a little bit of an advantage here right now. But I would say that is fair game. You see, what's happening is that with Edgerson Carnero running on older tires, Edson Luis sliding a little bit wide there in that turn. He's not really letting Edson Luis get by, so Edson Luis not able to maximize the use of those tires here after making pit stop. He's down on the inside, and he's not able to make that pass. Edersmagel in the 82 car on pit lane, taking service in that Jack Daniels Chevy. He's coming off pit lane now, still in third. So I'll tell you what, man, Edgerson Carnero now extending that just a little bit over Edson Luis. Edson Luis still hounding him a little bit here, but not racing him dirty, just not giving him the line to be able to get around. You know, he's just not going to pull over and let him go. Going to make him earn it, and they see Edson Luis sliding that car around high there into that turn, so a little bit different strategies there. Unfortunately here, on board here with Edson Luis, unfortunately for him tonight, he just got caught up in somebody else's mess and really put him behind the 8-ball right off the bat. And Neto Vidal there kind of overshot that turn going into turn 1 and then got into the 44 car and kind of put him behind the 8-ball. He was back there in about the 6th position after that. He is definitely wanting to get this car around so he can try to maximize those tires and put some distance there between he and our race leader, Edgerson Carnero. Remember, Edgerson Carnero still got to make a pit stop. Here he's got a little bit of wanting to get those tires wanting to break loose there. This is a battle we have seen time and time again. This is coming down into turn 3 right there. Long sweeping right-hander. Not able to close the deal. Take a look at Giulio Caligari here in the 5th position. And he's gotten a little bit better on those lap times. His best lap now, 1:10.357. Running in 5th in that number 33 Lowe's sponsored Honda. Jose Carvalho in the chat saying, "Go Neto, go Neto." Cheering his Sinister Racing teammate on. Now 21 car. Oh man, he had to make an adjustment there to be able to make that turn. I think he was really going to turn in a little bit too early and made an adjustment to keep off the curb. Right now, Neto Vidal running in the 6th position. Now, he's got some work to do. He is 2 laps down, but he's got a couple other guys there, Elder Mueller and Giulio Caligari, who are also 2 laps down. And we'll kind of get an idea of where those guys are in relation to each other. So here comes Elder Mueller in 4th. Next, we're looking for Giulio Caligari. So he got a pretty good gap there on Giulio. So not seeing Giulio here coming up too soon, so there's a lot of wide open track right there. So he got a fair distance between he and our 5th place car, Giulio Caligari. So this is Elder Mueller here in the 02 car. 2 laps down in 4th. Take a look at Edersmagel. He's puffing some smoke here, so Edersmagel overheating. That car is about ready to blow up. Looks like he's definitely got a temperature issue on that 82 car. The Jack Daniels is on fire. So I'll be kind of curious to see how long this is going to last here. So he is definitely puffing some smoke. It may be a consequence of running that in too high of a gear. Maybe he's got some damage. So that 82 car here running in the 3rd position. A little bit of a smoking issue. Look at Neto Vidal, very challenging part of the track right there. Elevation change and turn, and I said those are tough, and that 21 car comes around, but good news for him is he does not make any contact with the wall. So worst case scenario, just getting it off track, and has to gather it back up here, trying to find a rhythm. And he's coming down pit lane here. So the 21 car making a pit stop. So up here with our race leader, Edgelson Carnero, as Edson Luis has gotten by him. Now Edson Luis technically on the lead lap here. The tail into that lead lap just ahead. So he has gotten around Edgelson Carnero. Neto Vidal made that pit stop now, coming back out on track. Oh my gosh, and he hard contact with the wall. Oh my heavens, man, he just made a pit stop. And that car has got a lot of damage. That car is destroyed. That car is absolutely destroyed right there. Take a look here. What happened to Neto Vidal? This is the first incident. He missed the turn. We'll take a look at this second incident. Watch this. He comes off pit lane and just overshoots this turn, and he is going to smack the wall, and he has lost a tire, a wing. The front wing, the rear wing. And he is in big trouble right there. We'll take a look at this again, get another angle here. Smacks the wall right there. And he is trying to get that thing going, but he is missing a tire. See, Edgelson Carnero missed that turn right there. That 09 car starting to, maybe Edson Luis getting in his head a little bit. Edson Luis has gotten by and starting to run away. So on board here with our race leader, looking ahead at Edson Luis, who is actually in second. It's really a little bit of a shame. I shouldn't say a little bit, a lot of a shame that Edson Luis had the trouble that he had at the beginning of the race, because otherwise he would be up here battling Edgelson Carnero on the lead lap. There is Edson Luis. And Edson Luis overshooting that turn, and he gets off the track there just a little bit and spins that car around. So all that work to get around Edgelson Carnero, but fortunately for him, Edgelson Carnero coming down pit lane. Oh my heavens, man. So Edgelson Carnero is on pit lane here. Back out on track, so wow. 09 car. See his teammate there, Elder Mueller, making that turn just ahead, and this is Edgelson Carnero. on fresher tires. He's got a little over a minute lead on Edson Luis. Edersmagel in third. Elder Mueller is fourth. Here's teammate Elder Mueller, and then just behind our race leader, Edgerson Carnero. And now you know Elder Mueller is just going to pull over here and let him go once he catches him. He realizes he's just come off pit lane. These guys work great together as teammates. So you see he pulls over there and lets his teammate go by, and we've seen that all season long, regardless of who's in the front position. These guys work so well together. Elder Mueller, Edgerson Carnero. Elder Mueller just pulled over and let Edgerson go. Take a look at Edersmagel. That car's still smoking. Here on lap 32, just over halfway. Edersmagel having a good night here, though. He is in the third position. Kind of out there by himself right now because he is the only car who's only one lap down. Elder Mueller 2 laps down in fourth. Giulio Caligari in fifth, 3 laps down. Neto Vidal is off the pace there on pit lane, and Tiago Fassini has retired his machine. This is Giulio Caligari in the 33 car. He is running in the fifth position. So right now, Giulio is 3 laps down. You know, and the strategy for that perspective, I think, if you're in Elder Mueller's perspective or Giulio Caligari's perspective, is you just keep plugging away. You never know, something can happen along the way here to allow you to sort of get back, gain a few positions, I should say. Hey, coming up on Friday, the Bushwhacker Series will be back in action for race number 2 of the 2019 fall season, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's home for me, man. I live about 40 miles away. 2 25-lap heat races and a 50-lap feature race coming up on Friday in the Bushwhacker Series. Race starts about 8:45. That's the first race, somewhere around there. So a little Indy action coming up on Friday. I'll tell you what, man, Edgerson Carnero has had a great season. He got a huge win at Toronto. Qualified first, led 150 laps there, and what a great win. Actually, that was Apple Valley. I need to change that, man. What am I doing? You see, I don't have an assistant. I think I need an assistant. Oh, my gosh. There we go. Oh, man, dock my pay. Dock my pay. There you go, Apple Valley winner. And he got a huge race win. Wherever it was Apple Valley. Can you make it 3 in a row? Looking pretty good for him here tonight. Now that time has diminished there somewhat. He was running on the order of about 62, 63 seconds ahead of Edson Luis, but Edson Luis is actually closing the gap here. He is down in the 50s there, so probably just depends on the part of the track you're on. Neto Vidal's finally got that car back out on track, man. He had a ton of repairs. I'm surprised they were able to put that thing back together again. So he's had a chance to go to the infield care center, get an IV, while they repaired his car, and he's back out here. That's Sinister Racing number 21. And Jose Carvalho here to cheer him on. Alex said there's a front wing at the start-finish line. I think that was a little while ago, but hopefully they were able to run out there and pick that wing off the track. Unless it was right there. Nope. I think they got it. No front wing. Well, this guy is putting them up, putting them down here, picking them up and putting them down, I should say. And I thought that Edson Luis was starting to close that gap, but Edgerson Carnero has mashed the throttle there and really got up on the wheel and starting to run away again from Edson Luis. He's got a pretty comfortable lead here. Assuming that nothing happens, he's looking at 3 races in a row. And that is a hard feat here when you're talking about racing against the guys with the likes of Elder Mueller, Edson Luis, Julio, Edders Magel, Neto Vidal, Tiago Facini, and also, some of the guys are not here tonight as well that are, I'm thinking Benar Silva in my mind here. That is usually a factor to win the race. So definitely doing a great job here is Edgerson Carnero. This guy is, he just comes prepared week in, week out. Very quiet guy, and just no nonsense, man. Just get out here, get some practice in throughout the week. Dial this car in, especially at a track like this, which is a challenging track, and he comes prepared. And it shows. Take a look at Elder Mueller here. He has now moved up a position. Edders Magel has made a pit stop here. So Elder Mueller now up in the 3rd position now. I'm getting some word that maybe Edders Magel might have retired his machine. So really not knowing what went on here with Edders Magel. See, that car's overheating there. He's on pit lane, and that car is just overheating, and I don't think I don't hear that thing running, so I think he's finally blown the engine there. So that Jack Daniels machine retired for the evening. What a tough break there for Edders Magel. That thing is out of the race. Let's take a look at where Edson Luis is here in that 44 car. He is the only other car on the lead lap. Now, lap times here, you're looking at somewhere on the order of about 110-ish. I think in practice, fresh tires, these guys were running maybe 106, 107. But we'll kind of get an idea here. This is Edson Luis, and I don't think you're going to see too much time go by before you see Edgerson Carnero. So there comes our race leader right there. So he's got a fair distance here, but definitely want to make sure he's turning good lap times and not going back down a lap. So maybe, he about overshot that right there. Locked those right sides up. Again, he pitted quite a while ago here, so he's starting to get a little squirrely here through this part of the track. I think the tires are starting to go away from him here. He really pushed it hard. Got around Edgerson Carnero to get his lap back and then spun that car around. And as he recovered, Edgerson Carnero got back around him but then made a pit stop. So Edson Luis on the lead lap here. 72 seconds down right now, minute 12 down. So with used tires, maybe you're looking at somewhere on the order of about, maybe 115, 120. I guess we could probably find out. Take a look at our new feature. Say thanks so much to a guy by the name of Gary Swallow, who does these plugins for SimHub. See if we can't get this one to work. Get an idea on Edson Luis, where he's at. His last lap was a 109.340. Hopefully you can see that in that lower right there. Last lap, 109.340. That's not too bad. For him, it really, given that he's on a little bit older tires too. At number 44, Chevy. Still got some work to do on this feature, I think, with this driver info. Here you can see a little bit of telemetry, how they're braking, how they're using the throttle and so forth, what gear they're in. Probably, for me, you know, what I would realistically want to see on that, maybe a little bit much, but nonetheless, good feature there that those guys. I'm going to say shout out to SimHub because I first came to them and asked them if they could make something in spectator mode because a lot of the plugins that they had for rFactor 2 only worked in single player, or driver mode, I should say. And I asked them if I could, you know, if they could do something with spectator mode, and they have delivered, man. They have done a great job, and they just continue to crank out some great stuff that works with a lot of different sims, not just rFactor 2. So Heather Smagel, profanity warning. Here we go. He's, whoa, man, only one crash, and break my engine. Bad luck. Yeah, it happens, man. But a good night going. Unless you might be looking at a 6th place finish. I know that's not going to feel as good as what maybe a 3rd place finish or a 2nd place finish maybe would have felt. Our race leader here, Edgerson Carnero, in this 09 car, 42 laps in. We're looking at 18 more laps. Giulio Caligari here pulling over to let him go. And he lets that 09 car go. You see the 33 is Giulio Caligari right now running in the 4th position. Elder Mueller here running in the 3rd position in that 02 car. Again, now, man, you're looking at a, you know, with 3 guys out of the race here, you're really looking at a situation where, you know, just plug away. You never know, somebody ahead of you might have some trouble. Hopefully not. You know, if you're looking from Elder Mueller's perspective, you don't want your teammate to have any trouble. Elder Mueller really does a good job here of translating for me, too. Always good to communicate with him. He has such a good command of English language, and, you know, full disclosure, I don't speak Portuguese. I speak a few words, but it's only because these guys have taught me. But he really does a good job. He's always very gracious in the broadcast booth. And right now has that car in the 3rd position. So we'll take a look at Edson Luis down there in the 2nd position on that lower frame. Hey, I want to take this time to say thanks for coming out. If you like what you see, you can go down into the description of this channel and click on that Fanatic link. Of course, you can follow me on TurnLeft TV, on Twitter at TurnLeft TV, and then Facebook at TurnLeft TV 1. If you want to follow me there, and you get updates when races are coming up, when we've posted races and so forth. And if you'd like to follow me on Discord, if you haven't done so, You can follow me there at my Discord address. That's in the top left of that screen. But again, click on that link. That helps us out down there in the description of the race. Again, thanks so much for coming out. Take a look at side-by-side action here. Where else are you going to get this in rFactor 2 broadcast? I don't think too many people got this going on, I'll tell you that. And we'll see this right here on TurnLeft TV, where the action's at. So here 44 laps in, and Edgelson Carnero is in command. Take a look at him in a 09. He just looking at, finishing this thing out. I mean, he is in really good shape. He's got almost a whole lap on Edson Luis. Elder Mueller in third. Julio Caligari fourth. Edders Mago out of the race in the fifth position. Take a look at the schedule here. Next week, Pocono. 80 laps there in that. That's actually supposed to be 9:16. I didn't quite get that right, or 16.09. That's how they do it there. So the 16th of September, that's coming up next week. Next Monday, Pocono, a little tricky triangle in the Indy cars. I know Eder will be liking that. He likes those ovals. And then, as I mentioned, September the 23rd, Laguna Seca, 52 laps there to finish out the season. That thing is going to be a bear. But here, 46 laps in, and this guy is picking them up and putting them down, cranking out the laps. He has been solid all night long. He was able to avoid the fray there, avoid the mess at the beginning of the race that really affected a couple drivers there and put them sort of back behind the 8 ball, so to speak. Nonetheless, he has stayed up on the wheel, not really made any mistakes here tonight. And he's just driving good, solid laps. Kind of take a look at his lap times. So Edgelson Carnero here, last lap of 1:10. And I don't think he's really pushing it too hard here. You see current lap here at 1:18, 1:19, 1:20. So again, about a 1:20 or so. I said estimated lap 1:24. I'm not sure how right that is, but I said there's some work to do on that little feature right there, but still having a good night. I'd say when you're leading the field, you're having a darn good night. Tell you what, man, appreciate you coming out to the YouTube channel. If you like what you see, please hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so. And then make sure you're next to the subscribe button, which for some reason is not appearing there next to the subscribe button, is a little bell so you can get notifications when races have been uploaded. And if you'd like to donate, you can hit the donate button up there in the banner of the channel. Really had no idea that this many people would be subscribed to the channel. And, when I first started doing this, and I really appreciate, I am honored that people would come out, watch the races, and be fans, subscribe to the channel. Really, really honored that people would do that. I put a lot of hard work into this. I think each and every time I have a race, there's a good couple hours that goes into prep time and getting things going. And hopefully you enjoy the broadcasts. Got a lot of work to do. Always looking to do new features. Oh man, look who come in here. Blake Richardson. How about that? No, there is an entire rule in this league. That'll be on Wednesday night. This guy's just straight up Indy cars. This happens to be a really challenging track here, Mid-Ohio sports car course is a very challenging track, and Edgerson Carnero is putting a spanking on him right now with about 12 laps to go. No tire rule again. That'll be on Wednesday in the Ironman Racing Series. Could you imagine Edgerson Carnero in the Ironman Racing Series? That guy, Edson Luis, those guys just would jump into those cars and be competitive right away. Maybe we can get some of those Ironman Racing Series guys here to be racing on Monday nights here in some, I know we're finishing out the season in the Indy cars here, but you know, coming up, these guys got a little Clio Cup action going on, and then I think next year, you know, we're probably looking at DTM series again, another stock car series as well on Monday nights, maybe Thursday nights. I know they've done some stuff on Thursdays as well. So wouldn't that be great, man? Edders Magel there pointing out you can check it out on the website. This is Indy Car Brasil. Sullivan Gardena and all the crew there at Indy Car Brasil do a great job of keeping this site updated and so forth. And this gives you all the, of course, I have this automatically translated into English. The site will probably come up in Portuguese, and I think you can set that or toggle that in your browser to come up and automatically translate it. But yeah, some really cool stuff here coming up for these guys. Now, this is Laguna Seca. This is the IndyCar stuff. But I think, you know, as I was talking to Sullivan the other day about, hey, what's coming up after this? And he had mentioned that maybe a Clio Cup series coming up. So excited to see what's going on with that. Got 10 laps to go. Edgerson Carnero, well, 11 laps to go, technically about 10 and a half. Edgerson Carnero has gotten back by Edson Luis. Now, Edson Luis has had some issues here. He came off track. We'll take a look and see what happened to him. I think, you know, his tire's starting to get old. He's over in the kitty litter there, and oh, man, he does a good job of keeping it off the wall. Back out on track. But he is starting to push that car quite a bit here. And we're seeing another instance where he might have come off track. I know he's coming down pit lane, so technically off track, but coming down pit lane right there is Edson Luis making that final pit stop. Now I gotta wonder here, does Edgerson Carnero have to come down pit lane? He's been out there a little while, but he is on fresher tires than what Edson Luis was, so. And they're definitely on different pit sequences. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it's pretty significantly different. So he may have enough fuel to make it to the end. Edson Luis finishing up that pit stop, coming back out on track. He's going to try to push this car. Oh, he spins that car, gets it up over the zebra there, and now backed out on track. And that's pretty amazing driving right there, just to keep a hold of that car. Keep that thing from coming all the way around. Take a look at Elder Mueller here in the 0-2. He is right now 3 laps down, looking at 3rd position here. Julio Caligari running in the 4th position in that 33 car. These guys probably got to like the position they're in, considering how much trouble these guys have had tonight. Good to come away with maybe 3rd, 4th place finish out of these guys. You know, part of that is a consequence of not all the guys in the league showing up here tonight. Edders Magel says, bye-bye, I'm out of here. I'm going to go to bed. And, always a supporter there, Edder. Definitely see you at Pocono next week. I know you'll like that. You love that, love those ovals, so be good news for him. Luis in second. At this point, he is just hoping for some catastrophe out of Edgelson Carnero. He is absolutely pushing this thing to the limit here. We're on board here with Edson Luis. Tough turn right here. Elevation and a turn. Good fast part of the track right here. Hard right-hander. A bit of ass action. A little bit of elevation and back to the left, and then a right-hander. More elevation and turn. I like that turn right there. A little bit of a speed portion of the track right here. You got a nice hard left-hander, and then back to the right. And this is a tough part right here because this thing just keeps on going, keeps on turning, and you get down to the left-hander, and now you're down the front stretch. So a lot of work here, a lot of work by these guys. Take a look at that 33 car. Giulio Caligari coming off track there a little bit. That low sponsor number 33, and I think he's probably going to know he's not coming down pit lane. I thought he might be making a pit stop there, but not making a pit stop in that 33. Elber Mueller here in the 02, running in third. Got to be wondering here, does Edgelson Carnero have to come down pit lane? 54 laps in, is he going to have to come down and take a splash of fuel? Edson Luis is 1 lap down, so he's certainly got a buffer there. Starting to see Edson Luis starting to close in on Edgelson Carnero to try to get that lap back. Look out of the front of his car here, and you're going to see not too far ahead is the race leader. He's got a fair distance there, but would certainly like to get back on the lead lap here in case something happens to Edgelson Carnero or if he has to pit. Our race leader, the 09. Now he's coming up on Giulio Caligari. You see Giulio Caligari just ahead. And you got to be thinking here, man, just hopefully Giulio Caligari not going to spin out here in front of him and cause any problems. You see these 3 guys here very tight, although all on different laps. Take a look. Oh, Giulio Caligari off the course right there. Big miss there, and he's off the track, and he's trying to get that car back out on track. Those guys are both going to get by, but he missed that turn and got off track. Man, heavens, man. Take a look and see what happened there. He got it over into the grass around this turn, and then wide into the grass there, and then does a good job of really not oversteering that car and causing the back end to come around there. I mean, you're on ice pretty much when you're in that grass, and he lets those guys go by. So that was a pretty good scenario there, I think, for Edgelson Carnero. He didn't have to worry about, getting into the 33 car. So now Edson Luis a lap down here just behind this 09 car and is going to try to get back around, maybe get back on that lead lap. And he is pushing pretty hard. He gets by, so the 09, pretty smart move and just letting him go, realizes, hey, I'm not going to be, nothing going to be gained out of me really racing him hard here, just letting go. So Edson Luis gets by. Now back on the lead lap. Edgelson Carnero is in pretty good shape right now with 3.5 laps to go. He's scheduled to go 60 laps here tonight. Take a look at the Elder Mueller here trying to close this race out here, and he overshoots that turn too. A little bit of kitty litter right there. Keeps it out of the wall, so that's good news for him. Back out on track, but overshoots that turn. It is so hard at this track to just maintain focus. I mean, this track is so technical. One little lapse in concentration, and things can get away from it. Those guys did a good job keeping both Giulio Caligari and Elder Mueller when they came off track, just keeping the car straight and out of the wall. Here on lap 58, Edgelson Carnero, the leader. We might be looking at another big win here for the 09 car. He has been flawless tonight. Started on the pole, Edson Luis got around him early, but then entering turn one, Neto Vidal might have made some contact. He tried to I think he went down to the inside and tried to maybe get underneath those guys and got into the 44 car. 44 had some trouble after that. I think he fell back to about 6, but had some more trouble. Big wide turn here, back to the left, and then 2 laps to go for Edgelson Carnero. Edson Luis in second. So I think I'm pretty much figured out that the 09 car is going to stay out. What do you think? Unless he's going to do a splash, I think he's okay. Well, this guy right now is on fire, man. 2 wins, looking at 3. Back to the left, back to the right. Big long turn here. And then back to the left across the start-finish line for the last lap here. So Edgelson Carnero on the last lap. It's all over but the shouting now, boys and girls. Alex Cooney says he's going to park it and let somebody else win. I don't know, man. You must have some inside information. Oh, good to see Alex out, man. I suspect he'll be out on Wednesday night in that Ironman Racing Series. Good cars, man. These are fun. The Indy cars are a blast. I tell you, you just really cannot speak any more highly of getting these babies out on like an Apple Valley or an Indy. I'm an oval guy, so I like these cars on the ovals. All right, man, the last right-hander, and then back to the left and down the front stretch here as Edgelson Carnero is going to come away with the race victory. Big, big race win right there for that 09 car. So what a great race there for Edgelson Carnero. He drove a flawless race, and see Edson Luis going to come away in the second position. He's got a little while to go, but nonetheless going to get a big second place finish. Elder Mueller will finish in third. So 3 races in a row for the 09 car. And that guy just continues to put together great races. So congratulations to Edilson Carneiro on another race win. Tell you what, man, the way it's working out here is Edilson Carneiro is just going to end up winning them all. I got to remember to change that name there. I just or at least put one that is unique to these guys up. Apologize for that. There we go. See, I'm such an amateur, man. All right, here we go. We got it up there. So Edilson, big race win for him at 3 in a row. And that guy is clicking on all cylinders right now. See if we can't get him up in the broadcast booth. All right, Eldon Mueller and Edilson Carneiro. Man, you guys just, you should have your own chairs up here. Hey, congratulations. What a great race for you, man. Kept your car out of trouble all night long.
Parabéns aí, Edilson. Grande corrida para você, manter seu carro intacto durante a prova toda.
Beleza, obrigado a todos aí. E foi isso mesmo. A minha corrida resumiu a isso. Vi que logo na largada ali o Neto e o Heath ali no top. E aí me permitiu, né, andar mais tranquilo ali, mais concentrado, sem tanta pressão. E basicamente foi isso. Eu tava com um tanque para conseguir fazer uma parada só, mas eu sabia que não tinha pneu para fazer só uma parada, então na minha cabeça eu ia com o tanque, para caso desse alguma coisa assim eu conseguisse mudar a estratégia, mas a estratégia mesmo era para fazer 2 paradas, mas como eu consegui ficar andando ali praticamente a corrida toda sozinho, eu acabei conseguindo salvar pneu aí para levar o carro até o fim e fazer uma parada só.
Hi RJ, my chair in this channel is for the translations. only one time for the victory. Edilson says that he was so lucky that Edson and Neto Vidal has an accident right after the start the race, and for this he can get maintain written more slow, safe tires, because he was see that the waste of tires is too big, and he started the race with fuel for only one stop, but in the fight of the positions, he knows that he will need another stop, but he doesn't need it to fight. Then he saved his tires and made one stop only, and drive nice to maintain his position without commit errors and win the race.
Well, this track is a very technical track, and I would suspect that you had a lot of practice time here to be prepared for this. Talk about what went through your mind here coming into this race, knowing that it was a really technical track. I mean, you were just lightning fast here right off the bat.
Edilson, ele comenta que essa pista é muito técnica, muito difícil, então ele imagina que você já andou muito nela, que teve muitas horas de treino aí, corridas nela. O que você pensou aí na hora o que você traçou aí de estratégia? Você até já falou um pouco sobre isso, mas o que você pensou para essa corrida, assim, para sobreviver a essa corrida, que é muito técnica?
Eu já andei bastante nela, andei de endurance nela algumas vezes. E é uma das pistas que eu mais gosto. Então acaba assim, a dificuldade até se torna um pouco menor porque eu me sinto realmente muito à vontade com essa pista. Então eu acho que foi mais aí, né? Assim, a autoconfiança eu tinha nela, né? Eu conheço bem, realmente já andei muito de endurance principalmente. Então a gente grava muito as pistas quando anda de endurance. E eu sabia que é uma pista muito seletiva no campeonato. Então era tentar largar na pole, abrir um pouco e mantendo ali a distância, porque ultrapassar aqui é muito difícil. E a ideia era essa, era levar o carro aí até o fim e ir pontuando, né, no campeonato.
He says that he's already raced in this track much times, sometimes with endurance cars, and he has many hours, many laps in this track, not in this season, but in his race career. For that, he knows that he knows that he is capable to win, but it was will depend for the other pilots. He starts thinking to make the pole position, starting the first position and maintain his first position, thinking in make 2 pit stops and try to maintain his position, maintain in first position. But when he knows that he can get only 1 pit stop, he stays more peaceful, because he knows that track, he knows his secrets, he knows how to ride in this track for save tires, save fuel. And then the incident with Edson and Neto Vidal in the start of the race practically give him his win.
Right. Well, I'll tell you, you've got 3 wins in a row, and that is a hard feat to accomplish, especially with the quality drivers that you have here, with not only Edson Luis, but Elder, your teammate Julio Caligari. I know Ben Silva not here tonight. Those guys are always competing for a race win, and to come away with 3 wins in a row is really a magnificent accomplishment here.
He already has 3 races. That is fourth win. He already have three wins in Austin, Toronto, and Iowa.
Yeah, 3, but he's got now 3 in a row, right? Or was he 4 in a row?
4 in a row.
That is the fourth. Fourth in the row.
Hey, you've got to be the historian. You've got to be the league historian, huh?
He has won championship in the DTM, that he has won all races of the 6 races the season.
Oh my
God! He has won. Edilson is something that we don't see everything. Edilson, ele comenta aí, ele tinha até comentado que você tinha aí 3 vitórias, mas eu corrigi aí, você conseguiu aí sua 4ª vitória seguida na temporada, aí mais uma que você tinha aí lá na 4ª etapa, se eu não me engano. Então, se você não tivesse tido esse problema aí, com certeza você estava brigando lá na frente. E ele te dá aí os parabéns. O que você espera aí para as próximas provas aí, manter essa boa fase aí?
Eu perdi ali a primeira etapa, realmente, estava com problema de máquina, né? Não consegui correr. Mas eu acho que eu vacilei realmente ali em Indianápolis, né? Eu bati sozinho, fui tentar desviar Teve um piloto lá que deu uma mexida no carro pra cá, pra lá, sei que eu me atrapalhei e bati, mas eu podia ter evitado. Então eu acho que se eu não tô liderando, realmente foi falha minha. Então mérito aí total do Edson, né, que mesmo nos outros campeonatos que a gente disputa, ele tá sempre ali no encalço. Se ele for campeão aqui, será merecidíssimo dele, eu vou ficar muito contente, mas eu vou brigar até o fim. Então, falta 2, vou estar aí tentando dar o máximo, conseguir o máximo de pontos possível. Assim, não vou entregar fácil não, viu? Mas é isso.
He says that he lost one race. He lost the first race because problem of his computer. But Edson did some points in the third race too, and Edson is way ahead him. With merits, with the strong pilot that he is, then he thinks that the championship is being just, is being really just. Only Neto don't have problems. Have some points in all races until that, and everyone are great pilots. Edson is way ahead him in the points, but he's fighting for gaining points and try to fight for better positions in the end of the championship.
Well, you have Pocono coming up next week. That is a unique track there, being a triangle-shaped track. How do you feel about the Indy cars at Pocono?
O que você acha aí do oval de Pocono, o único oval aí triangular, aí 3 curvas bem diferentes? O que você espera aí da próxima corrida?
Oval, né? Vou dizer que é uma loteria, né? O pessoal aqui corre muito bem de oval, né? Diferente de outros locais aí que eu já corri. O pessoal se respeita muito. E pouco eu não sei o que dizer com esse carro. Não sei se eu corri com um Indy já nessa pista. Mas não vai ser um oval qualquer, né? Vai ser um oval técnico, vai precisar de um treino aí, talvez precisar salvar pneu e tudo. Então eu acho que vai ser uma corrida bem dinâmica.
He says that he didn't remember that have raced in the Pocono with Indy cars. He have raced with NASCAR, and he knows that is a track unique. That track has his only characteristics, and he knows he don't know what to expect. He expects to train, to study the consumption of the fuel and the tires, and make a strong strategy for the race, because in that league all pilots are strong in the oval races. Some pilots don't race so good in road tracks, but in oval races, all pilots are candidates to win.
Right.
Then he knows that it will be a difficult race, but he expects to maintain the top 5, in the top 3, and soon as much points as he gets.
Well, I suspect that Neto Vidal and Edson Luis are going to give you a battle there, but definitely want to make them earn it here in the last 2 races of the season. And I have no doubt that you will. Congratulations on a great race win here at a very challenging track, and good luck to you next week and the rest of the season at Laguna Seca as well.
Ele sabe que vai ser uma corrida muito difícil aí, e sabe que tanto o Neto Vidal quanto o Edson Luiz e os outros pilotos também, o Beiu não está aí, hoje acabou não conseguindo correr, o próprio Michel também, que é muito forte. Todo mundo vai te dar trabalho lá, mas ele te deseja aí boa sorte nas próximas 2 corridas aí do campeonato, aí Pocono e Laguna Seca, que também é outro grande desafio.
Joia, obrigado, e agradecer a ele aí pela transmissão, né? Excelente aí transmissão, tá sempre aí com a gente. E mandar um abraço aí pro Penhu também, que não pôde participar, Michel e o Gardena, né? Que sumiu. Mandar um abração aí pra ele.
Thank you, RJ. He thanks you for your transmission, for your support in that league. And he wants you to remember of the great pilots, the Gardena that is missing, Ben-Hur that he is not raced today and will be a fighter for the victory, and all other pilots. Congratulates all the pilots that is giving him so much trouble to win that races.
Yeah, and thank you, Elder. He left your name out, right?
My name, he says in the communication, our communication. He don't need to say in the transmission.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for translating up here. Always enjoy you coming up here and helping out, and enjoy you answering my questions during the day whenever I'm texting you as well. So you're always a great competitor and a good friend. And again, see you next week, and congratulations to both of you.
See you. Thanks. I do what I can't. See you.
All righty.
Bye.
All righty. All right, that's Elder Mueller and Edgelson Carnero coming back up here, man, and we're going to have to get them their own seats, their own nameplates for their desks up here in the broadcast booth. These guys just come, winning and winning and winning. And that team right now is clicking on all cylinders. Those guys are they work really well together. They had a lot of practice laps together, and they're bouncing ideas off of each other and come to the track prepared. And it shows. I mean, the finishes that these guys are getting, fantastic. And Elder had corrected me. He said it's 4 wins in a row from for Edgelson. I mean, he's just winning so many. I can't keep track of it. I'm going to have more fingers and more hands here to keep track of all the wins he's got. Just a fantastic job that he's doing. But congratulations to him. And excited to see how this is going to shake out at Pocono next week. As they mentioned in the interview there, Pocono is one of those tracks like some of the other, road course or ovals that really give some other guys a lot of chance here to compete for a race win. Whereas in some of these road courses, some of those guys are not really that excited about it. A lot of times, it's attitude and practice and confidence and so forth that makes you good at road courses or any track. And those guys, I think a lot of those guys are going to have a lot of confidence next week at Pocono. And, of course, you're going to be able to see it right here on TurnLeft TV. Well, hey, coming up on Wednesday, big race there at Kansas Speedway in the Ironman Racing Series. It's race number 2 in that 4th season of 2019. Should be a great one, man. Kansas is a very fun track, and don't forget you got a tire rule in that series, so you're only going to get 12 tires throughout the course of the race, and it does really throw in a different twist to this race series, knowing that guys are going to be on different pit strategies here, tire strategies. So excited for that. That's coming up on Wednesday. It'll be live right here on TurnLeft TV. 107 laps from Kansas. And then on Friday, the High Octane Racing League Bushwhacker Series will be in action at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for 2 25-lap heat races and a 50-lap feature race. It's race number 2 in the 2019 fall season. If you're interested in get some stock car action and you're new to rFactor 2, you want to get some great stock car racing in, you can come out here, run 2 25-lap heat races, and then the feature race, the points race, to sort of get things going. It's a really great series to get in. And practice starts about 7:30 Eastern Time, and you get to racing at 8:45. That's the first race, and then the feature race somewhere around 10:30 or so Eastern Time. So definitely give that a look. That's coming up on Friday. Man, I want to say thanks so much for coming out to the YouTube channel and checking out TurnLeft TV. I greatly appreciate all the support, and if you like what you're seeing here, please hit that thumbs up in the broadcast. That helps us out. And then you can share these videos too on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. Let people know. I certainly don't mind that at all. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to do so. Hit that subscribe button and that little bell there to let you know when races are upcoming. And then, of course, if you'd like to donate, you can hit that donate button and send a donation through PayPal. And I want to say thanks so much to the folks who have donated lately. Definitely appreciate that. Elder Mueller has donated, as well as Julio Caligari. He's sent a donation in before. And then also Mike Hebb, the latest donator. So thank you so much, or donor, I should say. Donator, I have no idea what that is. A donor. So, hey, thanks so much to those guys and supporting TurnLeft TV and appreciating the work that I've done here and supporting me. So thanks a great bunch to you guys. You want to go back and look at a great race, man. Speaking of guys who have really supported me, also Happy Hour Racing League, those guys running on Monday nights as well. They also do some Thursday racing. I broadcast 8 late models short track race from Auto City Speedway for those guys on August the 29th. What a blast that was. You have got to watch that race. That is in the Happy Hour Racing League playlist there on TurnLeft TV, and you have got to watch that feature race. It was action-packed, and the finish of that was just incredible. So definitely check that out. Thanks so much to those guys for letting me come in and broadcast those late models. That's right, late models in rFactor 2 and the short track, Auto City Speedway. It's about that's like a 0.37 mile, somewhere around there, about 0.3 of a mile, almost 0.4 of a mile short track. A lot of fun. Well, what a great race there was for Edgelson Carnero. He really picked him up and put him down. And he really pointed out that Edson Luis having some trouble there early on helped set him up and give him a lot of confidence. He already had a plan going into this race. Who knows how that would have changed had Edson Luis not run into trouble there at the beginning of the race and been battling him for a race win, knowing that maybe Edgelson would have had to push his car a little bit harder and maybe change that strategy too. Kind of a shame there, but hey, sometimes not only do you have to be good, but you got to be a little lucky too. I think both things were working in Edgelson Carnero's favor here tonight. And again, what a great race win for him. Good lively chat there, Edgelson there coming in and really complimenting the broadcast, and also really all the competitors and so forth. Always a gracious gentleman. Hey, thanks so much for coming in tonight, and that's going to do it here for TurnLeft TV. And I always appreciate you coming in, and we'll see you next time here on TurnLeft TV. And I think that's going to just about do it for us tonight here. So we're going to see you later, boys and girls. I am out of here.